Fieldhouse Gym for tonight's Greater Boston League matchup between the visiting Everett Crimson Tide and your Somerville Highlanders. Jim and Bob Entertainment, Educational Channel 15. Lady Highlanders, Jim, are undefeated.
Undefeated. They just came off a big victory, Bob, at Cambridge. Cambridge went down by a final score of 45-36. I was in attendance. Stephanie Darden, as always for Cambridge, put on a great show. She was covering Tanya the Predator Perry, particularly in the second half, so much I felt if I was Tanya, I would have screamed. She couldn't get any elbow room, Bob. Just anywhere. It was like this. How annoying is this for two 15-minute halves? This. That's what it was.
I don't know.
Unbelievable. But
the Lady Highlanders prevailed.
Now they prevailed, Bob. At one point, the score was 4-3. Somerville was trailing by a point, 4-3. Somerville went on an 11-point run, putting the score at 14-4. 11-point run, 14-4. Somerville ahead. But by halftime, Somerville down by one. What happened at halftime was there was a foul committed on the buzzer by Somerville. So Everett, Cambridge at the free throw line. Coach Harris immediately took the entire team off the court into the locker room while Everett took their free throw. And I don't know what he did.
Cambridge.
Sorry?
You said Everett.
I said Everett again.
All right.
Cambridge. I don't know what he said, Bob, in that Cambridge locker room, but
I like it.
A different team came out, and that's all I know.
Lady Highlanders have outscored their opponents 322-200. Woo! That's almost double. And we're looking for another rout tonight of the Everett Crimson Tide. Lady Highlanders have held 3 out of their 4 Greater Boston League opponents, Jim, to under 30 points this year.
Impressive.
The only team to score over 30 points was Cambridge, and they scored 36.
And that was in Cambridge. That'll be different when Cambridge comes here. The only team that still concerns me, Bob, in the GBL is Peabody. We play Peabody this Friday.
And Peabody plays Cambridge tonight.
Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting. Wait a minute. What's today's date?
We play Peabody on Friday.
What's today's date?
Today's the 13th.
Fine. All right. Last year against Everett, in the first of 2 games, Somerville was victorious 52-39, and in the second game here in Somerville victorious 56-39. So in both games, Somerville held Everett to 39 points, and hopefully they'll do even better tonight. Everett struggling with a 3-6 record in the season. Peabody, the only team that bothers me, Bob. However, despite the fact that Somerville is undefeated in the season, despite the fact that Somerville has beaten the O'Brien High School Tigers, Somerville still ranked 6th in the Boston Globe top 20, behind O'Brien, who's ranked 5th. How do you explain that?
Well, that's what bothers me. I don't mind that they're 6th. I mind that Somerville's 7th. I mind that O'Brien is 6th.
Right.
How do you explain that?
Doesn't make sense.
I know emails have been written to the Boston Globe, letters, phone calls. We're going to get this corrected. The top 20, Arlington Catholic being number 1, Jim. Peabody at number 2. Peabody at number 2, that'll change next Friday. Foxborough number 3. Foxborough's already beaten Cambridge. Lynn Classical, Andover, O'Brien, Somerville. We'll do the starting 5.
I don't think Arlington Catholic's been ranked number 1 since the days of Carolyn Schultz, and even then I'm not sure.
Schultz. All right, get the wireless. Wait.